Okay, so real quick, I made a presentation for one of my trade ideas to explain a little bit of my conviction behind the idea, why I put it on. So part of it was a pure macro play, macro like broad market environment. I was thinking there was going to be at least a bit of a rotation from tech and an underloved sector that wouldn't be affected much by tariffs. And also, I didn't put it up here. I was looking for a stock that had not been performing as well as the rest of the market. So I came across Dutch Bros, and this picture has nothing to do with Dutch Bros, so ignore it. Dutch Bros is an operator and a franchiser of drive-through shops, which is focused on serving handcrafted beverages. I'm not going to read everything, but I want to go to the bottom part. The company has two segments, company operated shops and franchising and other. Franchising and other is the other segment. And the company operated shops include coffee shop sales to customers. But anyway, here's a bit of a look at their income statement and balance sheet. As you can see, their revenue had been, this is the one that was most recently reported, by the way. But you can see that their revenue had been on a very steady increase, but their net income had a huge drop in Q4, and then it just started to recover. I mean, well, it started to recover in Q1, but it really came through on this one, and that was my assumption that their net income was going to continue to increase, and also that their assets were going to increase and their liabilities were going to decrease. That was my assumption. So let's take a look at the chart. So let's see how my timing was. So let's go back to the first slide real quick so you can see when I wrote this idea. I wrote the idea on July 19th. So July 19th is somewhere around here. Matter of fact, I think it was this day. This is when I started looking at it and I was looking to enter somewhere around this space. And this was a level that I assumed. Remember, I'm making an assumption or an educated guess, or here's where I think that, the buyers would come in because clearly it's been on a downtrend since June, like almost pretty fairly steady too. And the last earnings was somewhere around here anyway. So because of the way that it traveled too, it made it look attractive to me at this level. So I got in. Let's go to the next screen. Oh, here's my structure first. Um, so I plan to put on five long 67 and a half strike calls at $350 each for a total net spend of 1750. I was going short four of the August 70 strike calls at $1.42 each for a total credit received of $568. So my total net spend, debit here, credit here, was $1,182. Now, um, I assumed the price would be below 75 by August, so I'd collect my 568. I wasn't expecting a big earnings move, but as you can see, once I go back, you can see that big earnings move really happened. It was a huge gap up that next day. But anyway, and my price target was going to be 75 by expiration. And so if the price target hits 75 by expiration, I'll make $2,000 on those five. And my max profit is 2,000 from the long leg profit plus $568 from the short side profit, 568 bucks. So a total profit of $2,568 or 2.17 risk to reward. Now also after that August expiry or after I close it, I could sell the 80 strike or 85 strike for September to collect some more credits or reduce my cost basis. So here's the order chain. Here's the trade I put on. You can see this is a buy to open. I bought five at 350 bucks, and then I sold. I started to scale out of the position. It was a lot larger move than I thought, and you can see me scaling out of this side too. This is the short side, by the way. So this is the short side. That was a net loss of $62. and my long side was a net profit of $1,130 for a total profit of $1,068 on what was my net spend? 1182 on 1182 net spend. So nearly 100%, just shy of that by about $112. But yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. Hope that made some sense my and so that you can understand a little bit why I put this particular trade on at the size that I did, and the time frame that I did as well. Thank you for watching. God bless. Take care.